All right, Tim Tebow, known for many things. Heisman Trophy winner, professional football, now professional baseball player, devout Christian. Well, you can now add movie producer to the list. Tim Tebow, executive producer of Run the Race, inspirational film about two brothers trying to find their way, and in the process, they get closer to God. Oh, this isn't a public school. We can talk about God. Amazing. Now, the film is in theaters nationwide February 22nd. Here's a quick clip of the film's trailer.
I'm going to get that scholarship. I'm going to get us out of here.
I don't want to end up like Dad.
Hey, you guys mind if I join you?
Yeah, that's my appetite.
We're family.
We're family. You're a drunk who left us after our mom died.
Oh, you were as good at football.
What did you say?
I was in the family, right?
So it's the end of our football season? Chance of scholarship for this boy.
By the way, the movie's not the only big news from Tim Tebow. Recently engaged in... Wait a minute.
Yes, that's the best news right now.
All right, that's the best. And she was competitive with...
Former Miss Universe.
Yeah, former Miss Universe. Okay. All the girls around here like swooning over, Tim Tebow because you're here. It's great to see you again.
Thanks, brother. So good to see you.
Here's what I like about you more than anything. You talk about your faith, and while you took, I think you even paid a price for it in the sense that, oh, well, it's too controversial for some teams. You never back down. And then here you are playing football, and you're like, I'm going to go play baseball. And you do so successfully. That's hard to do when you're flying in private jets and now you're back in a bus.
Yeah, that's probably not the most fun part about it, but it's doing what you love, and it's going after something regardless of the risk and regardless of you're going to get a lot of people that are going to be naysayers and haters about it, but that's not why I do it, because I didn't want to do something, and I don't want to do something and let the world define me. I want, the only person that gets to define me is God. And, I want to go after my dreams and what's on my heart. And shoot, even a lot of my team down the street at CAA were kind of like, whoa, 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 why would you go do this? You might embarrass yourself. And I say, I'd rather embarrass myself going after my dreams than not go after my dreams and live with regret.
I haven't followed it. Did you hit a home run your first time at bat?
Thankfully, yes.
Thankfully, yes. Yeah. But you went through a streak at one point in the last season. You're like batting 350. 400.
There's a streak that was good, but there are also streaks that were bad. I was at streaks batting 150, and so that's baseball. It's up and down, and it's part of the process. And there were a lot of times when it wasn't going good, when people were like, "Well, are you just you want to kind of get out of this before it's no? It's if you're in something, I want to be all in. I'm a believer. I'm a fighter. And that's what I want to be in everything that I do.
How did you get to be this devout? What happened? Especially at a young age, how did that happen?
I think for me is I want to have a life of meaning and significance and purpose more than anything.
But were you like that as a kid? Because I was a troublemaker. I've been incorrigible my whole life. I get in trouble every day of my life.
I think my life was really changed when I was 15 and I was in the Philippines, and I met a boy with his feet on backwards, and the rest of the village looked at him as cursed and insignificant and less than, and so he was an outcast. And really, when I left that boy, I knew what I felt like I was supposed to do for the rest of my life, and that was fight for people that can't fight for themselves, and fight for the underdog, and love people, and that's something that I try to do in anything that I do.
So you've been playing minor league professional ball, and you would be called up to the Mets. I read all the local New York papers in the sports section every day. You got very close last year. Tell us what you can tell us behind the scenes. What happened?
Well, I broke my hand, and so that kind of ended the season for me, but was on a good streak and playing well and improving, and I think that's kind of the key is, but there's a certain piece of me that is grateful for it, because now I just had more time to prepare, so if I get that opportunity, I can be that much more ready for it.
It's kind of funny that, the way people are, and I don't know what it is, but there's a great desire in the media for conservatives, or if you're an outspoken Christian like yourself, to fail. Do you feel that? I mean, that there's this extra scrutiny, and, I think that the whole story of Christianity is that you know you failed.
That's it.
You screwed up.
We're all failures, saved by grace, and I'm so grateful for that.
But you've never been incorrigible like me. I could just tell.
No, but I think it's understanding that. It's understanding that you're not perfect, that we have fallen, and we're not perfect. We just get the chance to have a relationship with someone who is. And I think that's what Christianity is all about.
Let's talk about this movie. I did a movie recently.
I know you did. Congratulations.
Yeah,
it was very successful.
It was very successful, and I really enjoyed it. I learned a lot. Tell us about the movie.
Well, it's Run the Race. It's a script we actually first saw, me and my brother, 6 years ago. And we read it, and it penetrated my heart and his, and I shared it with some family and friends. And I never wanted to get into the movie industry. But then when I saw the story, I said, man, people need to hear the story, because it's a hard world, but people need to be encouraged. And this is a faith-based film, but it's also a real film. And a lot of times for me growing up, a lot of faith-based films.
Now, when is it in theaters?
February 22nd.
Okay.
And a lot of times faith-based films for me growing up, when they prayed, everything was perfect.
Do you know how many seats you have at theaters?
A little over 800.
That's a huge opening.
Yeah, we're
I hope
excited
everyone will
about
go.
it.
So I'm going to go see it. We're really happy for you.
Thank you.
Please get to Citi Field this year. Please.
I'm going to do my best,
Get to
buddy.
Citi Field.
Thank you.
What you've done to bring crowds into, the minor league professional ball is huge.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
When do you get married?
We haven't set the date yet.
Right.
Hopefully sooner rather than later, though.
Okay. Best of luck.
Thank you, brother.
Tim TEBOW. All right. Going from a great guy